Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about this ASK 14 plane from PlanePrint. It's 3D printed and it's by PlanePrint, planeprint.com. It's an ASK 14 powered glider. It has wingspan of 99 inches or 2.5 meters. And to print this, you will need 1 kilogram of PLA, 200 grams of lightweight PLA, and 200 grams of TPU. In the lightweight PLA, that's for the tail section for the vertical stab and the horizontal stab. And the TPU, use that on the wheels, and then you'll use it on the, let's see here. It's a little latch type thing. And here it is. This little piece right here to hold the wings on. There's two that go inside the fuselage and they hold the wings on. So let's take a look at the design here. The nose here. Okay. We have the nose here and there's a motor mount that goes on here. Let's see if I can show this to you. All right. We have the motor here. Take the prop off. And this is printed in regular PLA here, this mount. Then this gets mounted inside of here with 4 screws. And this portion here, very well designed. There's only very minimum structure inside of here to give this weight. I mean strength, sorry, not strength, but weight, give it strength. I don't know if you can really see that inside of there. We have that. Then we have this portion, the actual nose. And 2 screws hold this on here. And this is just solid PLA here. Now when you purchase these files here, you'll get the Kira profiles for them. And these profiles, they only work for Kira. They're all the settings for the Kira, so you can print this out. Now you'll get really nice prints like these with their settings. And like I said, this goes up here. Still have to pop off some parts here. Haven't done that yet. And I printed this with my Creality K1C printer. Okay. Then the next portion of the fuselage is this piece here. And taking a look at this. Now this piece here, it's 2 walls. I have an inner wall and an outer wall here. It looks about 5 millimeters in distance. A lot of planes I've seen have inner wall and outer wall of 5 millimeters distance. And between there we have some formers inside of here. And there's 3 and they come all the way through here to give this strength. Then we have this here, which is flat and goes up inside of here. Then the next part is this one here. Now this has this lip on here. So this will slide into here. Like that. And then you'll just glue these 2 pieces together. Then the next portion of this is this piece here. Now this doesn't have slide in like these 2 front up here. It has 2 little slots here that you'll print little they look like little square pieces, and you'll put those in here, and they'll slide in. So you have 4 of them, one on each side, and top and bottom, and then they'll slide in on both sides, and you'll glue these 2 pieces together like that. Now, this piece here is just one wall. There's no inner wall. It's just one wall here. And we have formers inside, and we also have an X structure here to give this strength on the front here. So this will not squeeze in. Then we have some structure inside of this to where the control rods go down in here and to go back for the rudder and the elevator. And you can see down inside of there. Okay, now the wing here, there's just one carbon fiber rod down inside of here. And this is what we have here. And I'm not sure, you can see here the structure. I showed you guys how to do the internal structure of a wing like this. Okay, now here is one of them, one section of the wing printed out, and we can see all the stuff here. And it's just one carbon fiber rod that goes through here. But what I like about this particular wing, it even looks like this is covered in a type of cloth, because you can see the rib patterns in here all the way through the wing. So it looks like it's been covered with cloth, but it's really not just plastic. And like I said, I showed you guys how to do the internal structure like this, and I've showed you guys how to do this little things like this. Now the reason I bought these files for this airplane, because I wanted to see how they did the structure for the carbon fiber rod that goes in here, because this plane is 2.5 meters or 99 inches long. And so I was wondering how they get the strength for the wing. And so I bought these files and printed it out. And I see how they get the strength. It's just one carbon fiber rod through this. Oh, that's actually 2 carbon fiber rods for the wings. One for each wing. And then it goes, let's see here. Yeah, it goes into here and comes through here. There's a slot inside of here, and the rod just stays on here, but it goes to the other side, so it connects with both sides to give that strength. Okay, so we've covered the fuselage, the motor, and the wing structure here, and it's got I don't know what they're called, spoilers, the scale spoilers that are functional too, that work on this also. And we have the horizontal stabs here, pretty much the same design as the wings. No, nothing real special. Then the wheels are TPU also, and it's got a retractable gear, nose gear, and it just used a small little retract servo, and all the parts are 3D printed, and the wheel is TPU 3D printed also, and the hubs for the wheels are 3D printed also. And I just bought the servos that they recommend, because with KST I didn't want to try to find their the size that fits in here, stuff like that. So it's just easier. I just buy the servos for this and put them in here and use this. So we have the rudder, the elevator, and ailerons, and the spoilers. And this particular airplane here also, the stab in the back is a complete flying stab. The whole thing moves up and down like this. There's no elevator on it. So this is functional. which is pretty cool, I thought. Also, the rudder, this is the rudder. Here, it's a pretty big rudder. And we have the rudder post here. And there's a little hinge that will come out here and come out here too. And this goes on here. And then a small carbon fiber rod just goes down to the top to give this the strength. Or not the strength, but as the hinge. And then this just slides back and forth. And this is round up front. And this goes cut in here. So this goes up here and gives you that scale movement. And yeah, so it's a pretty scale glider. Let's see what else we have here. This glider has a retractable wheel, has scale air brakes, and has winglets with little wheels that go in here also. So these go on the end of the wings, and then a little wheel is here. So when the glider slows down, it'll just be the wheel here touching the ground and not the this wing, the end of the wing. It's pretty cool. Now, once this is all done, it should have a weight around 1.7 kilograms, and this can be printed on a 200 millimeter by 200 millimeter by 200 millimeter 3D printer. And I printed this on, like I said, I printed this on my Creality K1C, and I used the profiles that they recommended to use, and like I said, these parts turned out really well. They print it really fast. This glider here, I think it took me just a couple of days to print all these parts on my printer. So I don't know if you can really see the finish on these, but they're really good. So yeah. I mean, they have the regular, you know, print lines, but they're very small. And all the parts came out just great. So, like I said, again, I bought the files for this and printed all this out so I can show you guys, you know, more internal structures. And because I don't like, again, I think I told you guys I don't like reinventing the wheel. So I like to look at how other people do things and then incorporate them into things that I do. And then I can show you guys how to do this. So internal structure. So again, you won't be inventing the wheel either. And I even printed. This is the canopy here with clear PLA. That's about clear as you're going to get with PLA. It'll never be see-through. There's too many print lines in it to actually make it see-through unless you make this a plug and make your own canopy. And so yeah, but anyway, if you have any questions about this glider here, just go ahead and leave them down in the comments. And if you want to buy these files for this glider, you, like I said, you get them at PlanePrint, and this is the ASK14, and I think this costs around 39 or 45 euros. And yeah, but anyway, go over there and have a look if you want to learn more about this particular glider. And if you want to see this glider flying, just go to the other YouTube channels. I believe one is Troy McMillan. I think he shows an assembly of putting this together and the actual flying of it on his channel. So go over there and have a look if you want to see the glider actually flying, or even go on to PlanePrint and you can see the glider flying there. But even the plans, you can download the build instructions for this also for free on PlanePrint site if you want to look over that. But yeah, but I just want to see how they did the internal structures here on this. And because I do have the glider, I was showing you guys on my channel how to model and do some of the internal structure for it. But I want to see how other people did it so I can see if I can improve on the design. And like the Blanic glider that I'm showing you guys how to model, I want to do some of the stuff that they did in this glider and then incorporate that into that Blanic glider and show you guys how to do that. So yeah, but yeah. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. Also, hit the like button. And if you can, join my Facebook group and my Patreon site. Both are called CAD Build Fly RC. Go over there and have a look. Send a super thanks to the channel here, or sign up as a paid member over on Patreon. And yeah, but anyway, that's going to do it for this video, and I will catch you in the next one.
Subscribe for more.